I'm at the Good Food and Drink show. Now, what's there to drink? Dry cider. So, what's so dry about your cider? What's your name?
Nick. So, name is Nick. With my wife, I own a company called Pommies Dry Cider. We're a local Ontario cider. We make it up in Caledon, Ontario, with all Ontario apples. And we are dry because we have less sugar than a lot of the ciders out there.
So why did you decide to make your cider dry?
North America has typically had ciders that are very, very sweet, and in reality they just weren't to my taste and my liking, so we really wanted to come up with a cider that we liked in the hopes that the general public would like it as well.
And when did you come up with this product? Is it new?
So it's a new product, but I've always wanted to do a cider, and I've always been talking about doing a cider. I've always thought that Ontario has a lot of apples. It's a great climate for making apples. Or for growing apples rather, and there should be more ciders. So I was talking, and finally my wife said, can you just shut up and do something about it? So then we got motivated and went out and talked to a guy who had been doing it for a while, and then we got into the cider business.
So what were you doing before?
I was a sales guy for a consultancy.
So there's like a childhood dream come true?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, did you grow up on a farm or?
No, I grew up in England. So in England, cider is a massive drink. So 10% of all alcohol consumed in the UK is cider. So that includes beer, wine, spirits, 10% of cider. So I had my first sip of cider at 4 years old. It's just been a part of my life, and I've always loved it. And as I say, I could never understand why there weren't more great ciders in Ontario. So I decided to do something about it and join the small group of people that have already been doing it.
Well, okay, where'd you come up with a name like Pommies?
Pommies. So the name is Pommies Dry.
Yeah.
The reality is, everyone thinks pomme because that's French for apple.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Pommies is a derogatory term that the Australians call the English. And I'm English originally, so some friends went over to Australia and they came back and called me Pommy. They actually called me worse than that, but it was Pommy. So it was a nickname of mine. So as a joke, we always said, okay, we're going to call this cider Pommies. And then we came up with 150 other names. None of them were any good, and then we just said, you know what, that works, so let's stick with Pommies.
The other names weren't dry enough.
Yeah, exactly.
How to get Pommies, okay. So I noticed this thing here, the red apple. I mean, do you make them out of red apples or what?
No, we make our cider out of 5 varieties of apples. That is a good luck charm. We found on the farm. So we just kind of found it. We're in the cider business. We have apples and we take it wherever we go. And we like this, but they're not necessarily red apples that we use.
And not available for interviews, so no comments.
No,
not today.
No. And someone yesterday actually asked how many tickets it would cost to have it. The going price is $1 million. So we're not getting rid of it. It's a good luck charm.
I can just make a phone call and help you with that. Might take a little while, a lot of phone calls, but anyway. Okay, so what are they saying here at the Good Food and Drink show? What are they saying?
People are loving it. So we had admittedly, our sign broke yesterday, so we don't have a big booth or anything. Yesterday, this whole area was packed with people.
Wow.
It was great. People are loving it.
What are they saying about the flavor profile?
I think people are saying that it's crisp, clean, refreshing, which is exactly what we're going for. It's just very, very drinkable cider, and we're really just introducing people to cider, and people are loving it. So
she's doing a lot of demos and talking to the customers too.
Courtney is indeed doing the demos, talking with customers, doing the
Courtney, what's your now that you're free here for a second here? So what were the people saying?
They all think that it's very smooth and refreshing. Everybody really is loving the cider actually today.
Great. Website is